So, well, I can do this little test. So, stripes. Oh. Am I frozen? Yeah, it's frozen. Got a really cheap Logitech webcam on top of my desk lamp. Can I restart? Maybe reset. Okay. Capture device. Oh no, has it died? Alright, so okay, let's see. Stop recording. Okay, so if I made the stripes, the tiger stripes like this, it'd be kind of like that. But there are also very light sections, and they're kind of scratchy to indicate the yellow hair underneath is like poking out, so it's not like a different material that's solidly covering the yellow part of the skin. So hopefully, I mean, Glitch City is one of the greatest Pokemon remixer, Pokemon musician. I hope it's okay that I'm playing this. So, well, it looks like underneath this arm, since it's in shadow, it'll probably work to make it perfectly or this dark. It's a fine liner. I think it'll work. Like in the past, I would just make crazy marks in every direction, but yeah, especially in comic style art, every line matters. Every line might not be noticed, but it adds to the entire whole. So I gotta get my spastastic self to conform. Okay, are they too far apart now? Alright, whatever. This part is definitely like super black. Yeah, this side is gonna be tricky because it's like I think maybe a secondary light that's kind of going on the highlight that's kind of reddish, but I don't really know how to do that. I mean, I can try putting Copic on top. I guess I can at this stage. Can I put a red on top? See if it works. Okay, so red, it would go like that. Look like that. Kind of, I guess. Okay, how about white ink on top of the yellow? Okay. With Copic on top. Copic on top. I mean, yeah, it's like, it'll basically cover it the same way. That might work. Okay. So this is very digital because everything, I could just stack everything. It feels, this is what makes digital so cool, is you can stack everything. Keep stacking. I mean, the black, the fine liner is like super dark, so fine liner is super dark, so if I want the red to show through, so I'll have to, yeah, lightest first. Okay, I'll just, wonder if I can use, wonder if the, my paint marker, Posca paint marker, say it goes on top of everything, right? Oh, gotta be careful with this webcam if I bump it. Okay, so when I learned about this, I was like, yes, it goes on top of everything. That's awesome. Okay. This might be too much, but I gotta try it. Just gotta try it. One of my other fears is most of the artists that have seen my studies of their art, or they either like it or go as far as to comment and be like, good job on the study. Like, they're really appreciative. One of my biggest fears, well, I mean, my fear is like, fear is, I have anxiety. I have constant anxiety. I'm an anxiety sufferer. So one of my fears is like, oh, these artists will be like, stop. I'll study from an artist will be like, okay, I don't care. Do your own stuff. That's my biggest fear. Oh, one of my biggest fears in doing this is like some artists will be like, man, yeah, so you're copying my shit. I don't care. Kind of. But, I mean, I put the, make sure to write very clearly on the art, on the study itself, like, this is not me. This is a study. And I put, obviously, if I was trying to copy, if I was doing a study of Mona Lisa, I wouldn't be like, this isn't mine, guys. It's Da Vinci's. Like, obviously, everyone would know. Like, that I'm not Da Vinci reincarnated doing the Mona Lisa again. Okay, so there's some highlights here. Oh, this actually shows up pretty well. If it was a little bit finer, it'd be even cooler. Okay, wow. The highlights. Nice. Okay, so they are showing up. That's good. That's good. All right. This is way better than the Sharpie oil-based one that I got. That literally just dried like a weird, murky. It wasn't opaque, so I was like, oh man. But this is it goes right on top. So I was like, oh yes. Highlights everywhere. I am learning, like, there's a lot, like, okay, so, you know, these, thinking of simple shapes, how light reacts, highlights going on, basically upturned points, trying to internalize and trying to actually learn from what I'm doing and not just basically following along, because, you know, one day I hope to actually make my own stuff. And yeah, the highlights, they're like super popping now, but I can knock them back down because these markers, they go back on top of it, which is also fucking awesome, because like this Digimon, I forget, Digimon also by Cautery Inc., these eyes are like so dark, but they still have to show through. So I put the whole thing on like what was it, neutral gray number 6, and I was like, how am I gonna get, and then I put the white ink on top, and I was like, okay, that's way too bright. It just looks like somebody put white on it. Then I was like, can I drop it back down a little bit if I put neutral gray back on top? And yeah, it worked. I was like, oh, because there's very, very subtly, like, the whites show up now. Before I was just like, it just looked like, it just looked like white. So I was like, it just looked like markings on top of this dark tone of the head. But it was actually supposed to be highlights. Like, this is more of a metallic or maybe leathery part of the head. So, okay, so my issue now, this is way too, the little tiny reddish highlights, maybe I need to go even maybe even yes, I got this new one from my fiance. Red Violet 13. Kind of very similar to the Tea Rose. Okay, so wonder what that, yeah, I wonder what, okay, so yellow, gray, and then on top, nope, it's maybe that one is too bright or vivid or whatever the term is. Tea Rose, maybe? Tea Rose. Maybe this is like mute enough to... Yeah, okay, that works way better because that's this Tea Rose. Man, it took me forever to build up this Copic collection. But yeah, I used to only have the skin tone and the reds collection box, but reddish marks. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Hope it doesn't fuck it up. I don't fucking know if it does. I tried. I tried. If it's too, I guess I can knock it. I guess I can knock it back down if it's too pinkish. It's like, I think it's a secondary light going on top of this. Really don't know how to. It's like. I guess it does kind of show up. Or not show up, but it's doing what I wanted it to do. Okay. Copics is freaking crazy for going even on top of this. Holy crap. Is like under so there's a lot of redness in here. Hopefully this does the same effect. I don't freaking know. Kind of looks. Maybe I should have just kept the. Wonder if I should have just kept the gray. Maybe if I put it everywhere there's shadow, maybe it'll not look so awkward. Okay. Alright. Okay, I guess that might... At least you can... At least it's perceived as like, okay, that's also the color of the shadow. Hmm. Hmm. I guess. I guess. I'll learn by trial and error, I guess. I don't know. So, really dark along the, yeah, like that. I wish I had a grayish fine liner. I need like David Finch to pop up and be like, that'll work, that won't work. Kind of. I mean, right now my artistic knowledge is like basically like put stuff on top of other stuff. That's really as far as my artistic technique goes. I'm just put stuff on top of other stuff. Well, hope it works. Oh, I gotta stop being. I really have a tendency. I just want to like just go super fast now because I'm like it's not working, or just be like I want to be done with this because. I guess that somehow kind of works. Okay. Like these marks kind of be like, okay, these are hairs, so they're not an extra material on top that it's straight black. or it's like, yeah, it kind of looks like with all these elements in, it does kind of look three-dimensional. And then the contours around the thing. Yeah, that kind of works. I got to put all the lines in, indicating hairiness. All this, everything is hairy. It's just all hairy. Maybe I should put the... Yeah, because I gotta differentiate the stripe marks and the shading hatching, the shading marks. So, okay, I'll just use this only for the stripes. Put a darker, more bold line on the fist. Bold. Yeah, so now I gotta make all these lines bolder so they pop out. There's actually some consistent storytelling going on, or storytelling. It's consistent visual message going on, and my tendency is just to rush through it. I'm like, no. But there's actually something happening here where you can actually be like, oh, that implies this implies that. So you gotta really try not to rush the rest of this, because now I'm noticing things like, oh, right. This part has to be bold. These lines have to be bolder so they stand out, because, going back to now, I like when things start to make sense, like the theory and the actual practical things. The notes that I took is like, yeah, Alfonso Dunn. And when I was talking about my notes earlier, darker lines imply darker spots. A very light line would be like, oh, it's not a very deep border or deep border. I don't even know. It's probably not the right word. And this is like the bread and butter of comic art. It's line thickness, man. Like when you look at something and you I underestimate like, oh, they're all the same, but it's a huge difference between this and the now that I have different line thicknesses. It's a huge difference. You can tell what spots are supposed to be darker and what spots are lighter. It actually makes a distinction. Nice. Okay. Yeah, this is a huge art, comic style art, and cartoon too, anime style, but whatever. Most popularly used in comic. Yeah, okay. All right. You can tell like what all these artists, like especially in Pokemon, like Pokemon subjects, the Pokemon that these artists choose to highlight really speaks volumes on like how awesome these designs are, because these great artists can really see so much. And of course the anime style, the anime Pokemon is very like it's like they're like stickers. Very simple, but especially now with the TCG art, you can really see how incredible these designs are. I mean, it's not the biggest media franchise for nothing. For no reason. There's actually like blues, very subtle blues in here. My untrained eye doesn't really know why it works, but it works. So just following along at this point. Does it stack? It stacks, okay. Nope. The thumb didn't have a shadow like, but the interpretation was like, oh, how is this thumb so bright? Is it not receiving light somehow? Oh man, maybe I can put some blues too, because it's almost like a combination. Maybe I might not have the single color that is this shadow, the shadow color, but yeah, the beauty of Copics is like you can combine colors that look like other colors. Okay, I would put those. Don't have shadow. Oh, fuck! That's dark. That's really dark. Shadow marks, shadow marks. Shadow lines. Shadow lines. It actually looks like something now. Or looks like starting to look like my reference. It's crazy. The right lines and marks in the right places and combinations imply all these things. It's the beauty of visual art. Visual. Hair texture along the border. What was the Alfonso note in application right here? There we go. That makes sense. My fingers are getting so tired, so I'm not making straight lines. But sometimes straight straight lines have to be straight, or it won't look like what you want it to look like. It's very, it's like subtlety. Man, oh, the subtlety. And yeah, this is like a watered down version of the original, but for me, like, I just learned this is progress in my. For me, this is progress. Like, this is real progress. Oh, see, I'm getting... I get so messy. Texture lines along contours, right? That's what I'm doing. The way these lines cradle the different aspects, man, so fascinating. This definitely went too far. The face, these lines and marks on the face, so subtle. Man. See, this is definitely an advantage of now the difference in tools really kicks in, because now you can, if this was digital, I'd just pinch zoom all day, pinch zoom. It's a lot harder to make these marks when you can't zoom. All right. Well, I think that's it for now.